AnneMarie Grant, and I'm the sister of Thomas Purdy, who was murdered by Reno police in Washoe County, 2015. During a mental health crisis, they hog-tied him for over 40 minutes and asphyxiated him to death. I was at work and I got a call, and at that point, my family really didn't know anything exactly what happened, even that the police were involved to the extent that they were. Because my brother was a guest in the state of Nevada when he was killed by the police, and the sheriff's office just dumped him at the hospital. So the hospital contacted my sister, and at that point, Thomas had been on life support 2 days. And then we all immediately headed out there. I was floored that the way the hospital staff, one in particular, he was pressuring my dad to from life support. Seemed like there was no hope, but not explaining any type of medical reasoning to any of us. When we learned what actually happened to my brother, they never mentioned that the police had hog-tied Thomas. They just simply said he was talking crazy and stopped breathing. Apparently, crazy talk to the police is begging for your life. Police, to the extent that they had lied to my family about what actually happened. But I also was heartbroken. It was devastating to have to watch my brother be killed on video and not be able to save him.
Don't do this, guys.
Just relax, man. It's almost over.
I know, but don't, please.
We're not doing anything. We aren't doing anything bad to you, partner.
You guys could be a lot better people. Please don't do
We're not doing
this.
anything bad to you, man. You gotta relax, little partner. You're jerking around too much.
Oh, please don't do this. Please.
Medical's here making sure you're okay. Everything's on camera.
Just send me to the hospital, man.
What's bugging you?
Oh,
Sir, why do you need to go to the hospital?
I can't breathe, ma'am. And I expect to be a decent every time for this. Oh.
Do you have any lung problems?
Yes, ma'am. Major lung surgery. I just told you that.
Legs are good. Alright, Silva, get the cuffs. And relax, partner.
If you watch the video, that word they used, violent, there was no violence from my brother. If anything, there was he was trying to live, a will to save his life. No means was he fighting back. No. Medical examiner from Washoe County ruled that my brother died from complications of excited delirium, physical exertion, violent struggle under physical restraints, police custody, and then drug intoxication was also listed on the death certificate. What the medical examiner, in her actual opinion, what she wrote was the medical examiner opined that Thomas probably would not have experienced cardiopulmonary arrest when he did, but for the restraint and physical force applied to him. And they also noted evidence of injuries, including abrasions, soft tissue hemorrhages on Thomas's wrists and ankles because he had been hog-tied for over 40 minutes with his hands handcuffed behind his back, attached to his ankles behind his back. They found abrasions and contusions on Thomas's upper extremities, abrasions and contusions on Thomas's lower extremities, abrasions on Thomas's face, chest, back, and neck, which, by the way, the American Medical Association does not actually recognize as an actual diagnosis, and it only occurs when police have been involved. It's only medical examiners, typically, who are cause of death on death certificates. So the Sparks police ruled that none of the officers from Reno police or Washoe County sheriffs did anything wrong when they murdered my brother. There was no DA review, no criminal charges. And that's the one thing I think that people don't realize is families have no other choice but to file a civil lawsuit. And so my father did file a civil lawsuit, and there was a settlement. And we all know, everybody that's been through it equates to guilt, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. If they're going to settle with you, they did something wrong. Out of the 63 officer-involved deaths in Washoe County, Nevada, where my brother was killed by police, there have been 0 officers charged criminally. Every single death was justified by the district attorney. 3 men were asphyxiated at the jail, and the Washoe County district attorney, Christopher Hicks, who actually is unopposed this election cycle, so he will be Washoe County district attorney for another 4 years, did not review any of the 3 asphyxiation deaths at the jail at the hands of deputies, because his position is it's apples to oranges. Someone killed inside the county jail as opposed to on the street. I didn't realize before my brother was killed what a significant issue this is. I started doing research, and so every day I share the names of the people who have been killed by police on that particular day of the year since the year 2000. It's important to me for the world, and to see, people need to see these are human beings. It's not just a name. So I put the photo with their name, because it could be anyone's loved one next. Nobody thinks their loved one is going to be killed by the police, but everybody has someone in their family that suffers from mental illness. So many calls for help have turned into the police killing their loved one. And that's one of the hardest things, I think, is when someone from the family has made that call, because we've all been taught that the police are there to help us. The police are going to make this situation right. Instead, the police come escalate and kill our loved one. The police are killing people who are unarmed, who are no threat to anybody. And the police are not the heroes that we've been brainwashed since birth to believe that they're here to protect and serve. Well, we've just learned, and we've seen it in Uvalde, Texas, that they're not there. They have no duty to protect and serve. So I think it's time that we think of a new way to fix our communities. Policing is not the answer. Throwing more money into the police budgets is not the answer. We need to put money into community resources. We need to fix these problems before people get to that point and end up in jail or prison, because it's all just a business.